If spiders make you uncomfortable, that is completely okay. This video isn't meant to scare you or to push you out of your comfort zone. It's just me, my jumping spiders, and how they quietly changed how I see them. Hi, I'm Jem, and this is Jem's Jumpers. I keep and breed jumping spiders and make honest and gentle content about them, just to help people understand them a little bit better. If you know me from TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or Instagram or Facebook, then you're probably going to recognise some of the spiders in this video today. And if you're brand new, welcome. You don't need to like spiders to be here. The curiosity is enough. I wasn't always comfortable around spiders. I grew up having kind of like this innate fear of them, but the more I was exposed to them, like the giant house spiders that we get here in the UK, it did desensitise me a little bit to it, which was nice. And then by that time I was then getting rid of them in a glass out of the house, because a lot of my family just didn't like them, and I didn't mind them. They still gave me the creepy crawlies a little bit, but I didn't mind getting rid of them in a healthy, safe way. Though jumping spiders hit different. Like, I never saw a jumping spider and got the same kind of creepy crawlies as I did seeing, you know, your regular house spider or like a garden spider or something. Like, they were completely different. Like, they were cute. I always thought they were like a Disney version of a spider, so I always really was fascinated by them. In essence, they didn't behave the way that I thought spiders typically behaved, and I think that's why I was so fascinated by them. So the first time I properly interacted with a spider, her name was Pixie. She was a Phidippus regius Florida? No, Blue Mountain. She was a Blue Mountain. Sorry, I've had so many now that I just can't remember the specific breeds. But something really unique happened. And it wasn't that, like, it's kind of hard to explain, it's going to sound really weird, but she didn't just look through me, or she didn't look around me, but she acknowledged me. Like, she did this little head tilt that I don't forget even to this day. And I think from then on, there was no turning back. I was absolutely obsessed, and I just loved them. This was probably the first time that I stopped seeing spiders as innately scary, and more, they're looking upon us with curiosity and not aggression. I think that's what the turning point was for me, and I loved it because my worldview of one topic just completely just took a 180, and I love when that can happen. So obviously this happens because of their amazing eyesight, the fact that they can acknowledge not you as a human being, but you as an object, because of those two really good front-facing eyes. The really big eyes that make them look so adorably cute. It made me realise that they don't make webs to trap people. A lot of people have said that to me before, where they'll say that they walk into a spider web and it gave me the ick, as they say in this country. They don't do that to upset people, obviously, but when we have a fear of something, we build up these illogical thoughts in our heads, and it just made me realise that they're just really curious and they're really cute. Ultimately, what I realised is that they don't want to hurt you. Just like when we're scared, we can sometimes lash out. They would do the same thing when feeling threatened, but that doesn't necessarily make them aggressive, which is a thing that a lot of people say, is that spiders are just aggressive, which is not true. So that's another thing as well, because I think jumping spiders are more intimidating to people because they jump and it can be quite unpredictable, and a lot of people mistake that for aggression. It's not aggression, it is simply them moving from A to B. But essentially, yeah, Pixie was the spider that changed everything, and the reason why this channel exists, because she was amazing. So this is Chai. She is currently a 1.5 years old. She is so curious. She's a little bit slower now because she's older. 1.5 years is pretty old. We did try and pair her, but it was unsuccessful, which is fine. That sometimes happens. It happens in the wild, it happens in captivity, but she is just the sweetest food. I think what's also important to say is that each spider has their own temperament, their own personality. I would say I've been very, very lucky with the jumping spiders I've had. They've all tolerated handling really well. Especially Chai, she will just sit there, like she won't move. She will just sit there and she seems really, really comfortable, which we love. We also never force handling. A lot of the time they'll come to the front, and if I look here, by the way, it's because the monitor's here and also her enclosure is there, but she will come to the front and she'll start tapping. It's the most cutest thing. I'll try and see if I can get some footage of it, but she is just adorable. And she's actually quite big. So she's a Phidippus regius Bahamas. God, I'm rattling on. There you go, she's doing her tapping now. But she is just so, so adorable. So a lot of spiders have different temperaments, and I think that's really important to remember, because one spider that might be really good with handling doesn't mean that other spiders that you either add to your collection or other spiders that you already have will have the same temperament around handling, because they just won't. I keep getting distracted by her. She's so cute. This is what happens when I film, by the way, and it's why my filming takes so long, because she's just really cute. All of my spiders are cute. I'm very biased. Hi. And that's the thing, is getting to know them on an individual level is really important. So just knowing what they can handle, what they can or can't tolerate is super important. So with Chai, she will sit on me whilst I do admin. Like, she will just sit there, and I know that she won't jump away because she never has done. If I was to get Yoshi out, my Hilistiadi male, completely different story. Like, he would jump straight away and I would then go on a goose chase trying to find him. But Chai is one that will tolerate a lot of handling. I think that's because I got her as an I6, and I think she was handled a bit by the breeder. Oh, hi. She was handled a lot by the breeder, and then I did gradual handling with her so that she would feel more comfortable. Sorry, I keep looking at her because she's doing the cleaning routine. Oh, she's so cute. But yeah, basically my one thing would be is to learn about your spider, because each one will be different. They'll have a different personality. They'll have boundaries. People laughed at me for saying this, but spiders do have boundaries. Okay, so if they ever feel threatened, they'll get their fangs out. Whenever they're frightened, they'll run. To me, that's a boundary that they can't explain themselves, but that's just how they feel. So yes, spiders have boundaries. So I think what I want Gems Jumpers to be is to be a space for learning. There's going to be no judgment here, because we all start from somewhere, and I think it's important to give people that chance to grow as hobbyists. I remember when I first kind of dipped my toe into this, I was really, really nervous, but I did spend... Hi. I think the vibrations of my voice, she can hear them, which is why she's kind of waving. And that's another thing, I can just sit at my desk for hours and watch them, because they notice, and they'll stay at the front of their enclosures. Oh, she's doing it again. Oh, goodness. So I want this space to be a non-judgmental zone. I want people to feel safe expressing themselves, to ask questions, whatever they want to do, because we all start somewhere, and I want it to be an inclusive space where we give everyone an equal chance. Oh, she's close. She wants to say hi, everyone. She's so cute. Basically, if you're trying to learn all about jumping spiders, or you're quietly curious, you are very much welcome here. And if you'd like to stick around, get to know more about jumping spiders, or meet some of my others, please do consider subscribing. Thank you for being here, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.